Hey everyone, Random Randy here, coming to you from the new and improved mom cave. This is going to be VEDA day 14, and it's not going to be super long. Haven't posted a video in a few days because I've been constructing all of this stuff. I'm going to have a walkthrough video tour-ish of everything. Once I get everything transferred back over into here, I still don't have everything put back in yet. There's a lot of stuff that I need to go through, that I need to decide if I'm going to keep it, or if I'm going to try to destash sell it, or if I'm just going to donate it. I've got a lot of stuff that's going to fall into all of those separate categories. So there hasn't really been a lot going on aside from putting all of this together. I have a stand over in the corner too that you'll get to see at some point. If you're in the Facebook group, you've already seen pictures, so you're not really missing anything, I suppose is the best way to put it. So, space is organized, and it feels so good to have everything organized. So pleased with how it turned out. And I didn't really have any trouble putting the desk together. I didn't have any problem putting the hutch up, even though it's substantially large. After putting the desk together and managing to tip that upright without breaking it, the hutch was really nothing in comparison. I just built it on top of the desk and then stood it up and kind of inched it and slid it until it was the right spot where it needed to be. I finally posted the pattern for my Honkatsu Shawl, yay, which is super exciting. The written pattern is on Etsy and on Ravelry now. I finally figured out how to post patterns to Ravelry, and that was an adventure, to say the least. But now I know how to do it for next time I have a pattern, whether it be a free one or a paid one. Now I know how to put it up there, so new knowledge acquired is always a good thing. And there's the video tutorial that's completely free. That went up yesterday on the 13th. Other than that, it's just momming, part-time single parenting. This is your first time tuning in, my husband's in the military and he's off for training stuff, as he is frequently this time of year. For another couple weeks, I think. I've been dyeing a little bit of yarn. I've been pondering what to do next in terms of tutorials and patterns and whatnot, and I think I have a good idea. We'll see if it turns into anything or not, because I'm not quite sure at this point. I am embarking on what I feel is going to be quite a long journey towards being a healthier person physically, which will hopefully help my mental state become healthier than it is at current. Would be super nice. Aside from making an effort to put in 3 intense workouts weekly, which doesn't seem like a lot, but going from being pretty sedentary coming into springtime when the weather's getting better and I can get outside and walk more on top of everything else, making sure that I get in those 3 workouts plus everything else is going to help make the difference, I think, to make me happier with the way that I'm shaped. Which is always good, because nobody hates looking at themselves in the mirror or looking in any mirror where you can see anything beyond this portion right here. Anything beyond that is not, no, we're not happy. Aside from working out, I am also working on using less products containing chemicals. I, for a really long time, have used a fairly popular brand of face wash that is it has, I think, green tea in it, but it's allegedly a blackhead clearing scrub. And my skin has been pretty awful for the past few months, even though I've been using it consistently. My diet hasn't changed, nothing else has changed, but for some reason it's almost like the face wash quit working. So rather than thinking, oh, well, maybe it's something I'm doing, I got rid of the face wash, and all I'm using now on my skin is a half baking soda, half coconut oil mixture. I'm not sure if you can call it a scrub. Baking soda is quasi-abrasive, I guess, but it's a very gentle exfoliant. But my skin is clearer now than it has been in a very, very long time. I'm not wearing any makeup right now. And on top of less junk in my soap, I am starting on the joyous journey of no poo, which means I'm not using shampoo anymore. I have not used shampoo and traditional conditioner on my hair in 3 days now. And if I don't blow dry my hair, it's kind of unpleasantly sticky right now. But I've been thinking lately about when I was younger and my parents would be watching a movie that was from like the 70s. And girls would always use as an excuse for not going out with a guy, oh, I can't, I'm washing my hair that night. To me, that always seemed really, really weird, because don't we generally wash our hair every day, or at least every other day? You know, when I was a kid, it was, unless you went and rolled around in the dirt before you hit puberty, you really don't need to shower every day, unless you're playing in the mud. Anyway. And I noticed that, as a lot of people will have also noticed, many shampoos contain chemicals that completely strip the oils from your hair. Problem when you completely strip the oils from your hair is that your scalp then overcompensates to make more oil to protect itself because you have dried it so terribly. So I am going through the detox phase of just using a baking soda paste and vinegar rinse for my hair. Some days, depending on what I've been doing, it feels cleaner than others. Today, with all of the moving around of stuff that I've been doing, I, in general, just feel kind of gross right now. As I'm sure you can understand from seeing all of the stuff that's behind me. Other than that, which is, you know, it's whatever, I was really hoping that I'd lose a few pounds while my husband was gone this time, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Because last time it totally didn't, so I was all gung-hoing for it this time, and I don't know. I'm trying not to get on the scale, because every time I get on the scale, even if I've noticed that my measurements have changed, because I do use a soft tailor's tape to measure myself, I would notice that even if my measurements have gone down, so I'm obviously toning up and slimming down, the number on the scale consistently does not move, and that is so frustrating. I need to just not get on the scale more than like once a month, and if it doesn't change from month to month, don't think about it. Aside from health stuff, I did get to dye a little bit of yarn the other day as I was waiting for the last of the packages for my desk to arrive. And I got the last of my first bag of 10 of my sparkle sock bases dyed. So this is how one of them turned out. If you can even see that. The lighting is really odd right now. It is a chestnut brown, kind of a spruce green, and it's supposed to also be an olive brown or olive green, but it turned kind of goldish, which I guess I like. And these ones are speckled. So yeah, this one I'm gonna be calling Wrong Side of Heaven, because I was listening to Five Finger Death Punch at the time, and these are traditional BDU colors mixed in with a sparkly. And because I was in a mopey music mood that day, I also made this, which is kind of a salmon pink with some lighter pinks and kind of a bluish tint, and these are both just speckled sock yarns. I guess that side doesn't have as many speckles, but yeah, there's that. And it came out a lot lighter on this one, but throughout it there are bits here and there that are more colored than the rest, as is typical with speckling. And this one is called Glycerin, like the Bush song. I was in a mopey music mood that day. Randy was not having a good day, but dyeing yarn helped, as it often does. So that is really all I've got for right now. I am working on getting my bins of finished products organized so I can do more shop updates. I want to get everything I have pre-made now listed before my husband gets home, so that gives me like 2 weeks. So what I need to do is sit down and inventory everything and just set myself a number per day, or every other day if that works better for me. I just need to figure out some sort of a system, because updating once a week or once every 3 months, neither of those are really working for me right now, so need to figure something out. Anyway, I have talked long enough, so I hope you are all having an awesome weekend, and I will probably see you again tomorrow, and if not, Monday. So have a good night, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye.